you so much for joining us. I want to begin this morning by recognizing and paying tribute to one of my forerunners in this job, one who came many years before me and who at one time was certainly the most impactful radio talk show host in this country, Winston Babatunde Witter, who left us yesterday. Witter, or Winston, as we called him before he took on the moniker of Babatunde unto himself, which means father of returns. Yes? Winston Witter died yesterday morning at the University Hospital of the West Indies. He died of cirrhosis of the liver. He was 64. But certainly towards the end of the 20th century in this country, Babatunde was the most popular and impactful talk show host in the country. He was not the public intellectual that another great one was, Perkins, Mutty Perkins. Perkins was a public intellectual who brought a level of learning, higher learning, and being well read and analysis that I think is peerless. What Babatunde brought was a visceral connection with the streets, with the common people, up and down, urban, rural, across this country. And he had this knack, this ability to connect with people that left them most times with bouts of laughter and humor that you could not help but enjoy and look on and shake your head if you're not, just lost in the moment. He had that impact. I heard it said yesterday by Franklin McKnight, another of our colleagues, that Babatunde had the power to call a rat, or to call off a rat, as he once did in Falmouth in Trelawney. That speaks to the influence and popularity of Winston. And let me quickly add, Winston in his own right was not only a well-learned man, He knew politics, he studied politics, he taught politics at the University of the West Indies. But I suspect he got bored with that after a while and went on to become one of the most popular and impactful talk show hosts of the late 20th century. Unfortunately, sadly, while on his way to the studios one morning, running late, typically Winston, hopped on a motorcycle to bob and weave through the traffic of the city as he went to Halfway Tree Road to do his program on KBS, and was involved in a crash. And that was a decisive turning point in his life, and I would say shortened his career as a talk show host. He never recovered from that. Mentally, he never recovered. Psychologically, physically, he never recovered from that. And that set in motion a train of events which really made the quality of his life deteriorate. This morning I want to recognize that he was one of us who helped to blaze a trail, to lay the foundation for others like myself. And I want to say to his family, his siblings, his friends, take comfort in the fact that he made his mark. He was controversial. He shaped his own style. And he did it his way. Yes, his way. And, you know, Winston, like most of those who have to perform in front of the camera, in front of the microphone, you have to do what works for you. Some people will like it, some people won't. Winston did it his way. Yeah, his way. And I hope he finds comfort and peace wherever he is. Some lessons for those who follow. And I'm speaking to, in particular, some of the younger ones now. This profession can be very unforgiving. It's very tough, it's very hard. It can be very harsh. And it can be rewarding, depending on how you perceive this notion of rewards. You don't make money out of journalism in Jamaica. You don't. We are poorly paid because of the poverty of the profession. The economics of the profession is such that you don't make money. And that is why I urge the younger ones that we have to take care of ourselves first and foremost, physically and financially. We don't this is a profession that tends to somehow generate an attitude that does not pay sufficient time to your physical and mental well-being and your financial well-being. Yeah. Winston had a tough time after that shock event of that crash. And therein is a big lesson. You know, I can be going out on the road and you're gone. You lose your voice, you lose your mental acuity, and that's it. Put aside something for such unpredictable occurrences. And the other thing, you know, for many of us, we weren't born into any riches. The one thing we have is the fact that we went to school and we took our books and we tried, and you work 10 times as hard as anyone else, and what you have is what is between your ears, and how you use that and your own values. Yes? That's all we have. We don't inherit any trust fund at 21. Yeah? But therein lies another lesson. All we want is an opportunity to get a good education and make use of it. Winston was an example of that.